안녕하세요 여러분, 엠서입니다. Please pardon my super nasally nose today. I literally just climbed out of a very nasty illness. I don't know if it was a virus or a bacteria, but it was so bad. 38 degrees fever. I was out cold in bed for like 2 days and I'm slowly recovering, but my nose does not feel like following, so it is a little bit congested today, so yeah, please forgive that. As for what we're doing today, I'm so sorry that I had to lay off a little bit on the K-pop lyrics breakdown videos, which is what we're gonna be doing today. Yay! I honestly don't have any excuses as to why I didn't make any of these for a while, but at the beginning of July there was the Feel Korea festival, and then my family came here because I graduated from university. Woohoo! And then I fell sick, so yes, I am so sorry, but hopefully today's episode is going to make up for all the time we've lost because today's song is really, really nice. It's very fresh, really new, and loads of people are loving it. So without further ado, let's get into the breakdown. Oh boy, I have no idea how I'm going to be singing today, but let's just cross our fingers and hope for the best. The lyrics that we're going to be breaking down today go like this. 쓰다듬는 손길이 너무너무 달달해요. 그대는 어쩜 이리 질리지가 않죠. Oh 나나나 이대로 잠시 시간이 멈춰서 좋겠다 생각이 자꾸 드네요. Can you feel me burning up? Those of you who are new to this segment, welcome, and I hope you're gonna find it fun and interesting because what we do here is we take popular lyrics and we break them down to help us learn Korean. But I don't let you guys know which lyrics of which songs we're breaking down every episode. It is on you to figure that out, and it is on you to put it in the comment section. And the one person who gets it right and is the first one, their comment is gonna get pinned to the top and everyone will know that you got it right. So yay, there will be no mystery basically. This is just my way to keep it a little bit more fun and interactive for you guys, just a little bit. So now let's get into the first line, and it goes like 쓰다듬는 손길이. The first word was actually a complete mystery to me. I had no idea what it meant, so I did my research, and it comes from the word 쓰다듬다. Really funny word if you look at it. But in its infinitive form, it means to stroke or to pet something. And here we have 쓰다듬는 손길이. 손길 is actually a word that we learned already in the very first K-pop lyrics breakdown video, and I actually don't think it was our K-pop lyrics breakdown video. It was the 50th Weekly Korean episode celebration where I just decided to randomly take K-pop lyrics and dissect it with you guys, and you liked it, so that's why we have this segment on my channel. But in that song, which was Taeyang's Eyes, Nose, Lips, we actually learned what songgil was, and I personally think that it's a very poetic word in Korean because it literally means the reach of the hand. In general translation, it just means touch. So this whole phrase, 쓰다듬는 손길, means a stroking touch. And then we have 이 at the end of 손길 because topic marking particles. Next line, 너무너무 달달해요. 너무 is one of these Korean words that can mean a lot of different things at different times. It can mean so, it can mean a lot, it can mean very, but here, 너무너무 달달해요. 달달해요 comes from the verb 달달하다, and it generally means to be sweet. However, this was actually the first time I've ever encountered this verb. I am used to the word sweet in Korean to be either just 달다 or 달콤하다, but 달달하다, I've never heard that. So once again, I did my research and I found out that it's not really commonly used in day-to-day speech because from what I saw, it is considered to be like a dialect, 사투리. At the end of the day, this whole line just simply means oh so sweet. So the first two lines mean the stroking touch is so sweet, and I'm assuming whoever is singing this says that your stroking touch is so sweet. But as we all know, Koreans love to omit subjects and objects of the sentence, so we have no idea what they're talking about unless there's context present. Next line, 그대는 어쩜 이리 질리지가 않죠. This may sound a bit long and complicated, but it really isn't. So the first word, 그대는. 그대 is one of the ways people say you in Korean because the actual word for you, like the polite version, 당신, cannot really be used between strangers. Like, I can't stop someone on the street being like, oh, 저기 당신. No. That wouldn't be nice. It wouldn't be polite. 당신 is something that is used between people who are very close. So like lovers or partners. So Koreans have a tendency of coming up with different ways to say you in order to not be disrespectful. So 그대 is one of those ways, but to me, it's a little bit of an old way of saying. It's a poetic way of saying you. It is used a lot in lyrics. those of you who are into K-pop, you guys would know exactly what I'm talking about. It is rarely used in everyday life, and it literally mostly revolves around K-pop lyrics. But nevertheless, 그대는 you with a 는 subject marking particle. 어쩜 is one of these words that can mean either how or why depending on the context, and the context here depends on whatever follows, and the next word is 이리, and whenever we combine 어쩜 with 이리, it kind of creates a meaning of how come. Next word, 질리지게 않죠. For those of you who have been studying Korean for a little bit, you guys know that 질리지게 않죠 is just two verbs being connected to each other through 기. And whenever we put 기 next to a verb, in this case 질리지다, which means to get tired, it gives this verb noun-like quality, so it just turns it into a noun. 질리지기 is tiredness in this case, but I personally wouldn't translate it literally like this, because I just in general try to refrain from literal translation because languages just don't work in the same way. So even though 질리지기 here is a noun, I personally would just say tired. In English, I would still consider it a verb, just because the overall meaning of the sentence would make much more sense in English. And then 않죠 comes from 안다, which means not. So whenever we add an to any verb, it just basically means not whatever the verb. So in this case, not tired. And then 저 is just the suffix that is a combination of 지요, just put together, 저. And it is one of those affirmative suffixes where a person is kind of looking for the other person to agree, kind of like, right? So the overall meaning of this sentence, how come I never get tired of you? Then we have oh na na na. Should be a clue as to what band sings this song, really. Next line is a little bit long, but 이대로 잠시 시간이 멈췄으면 좋겠다. 이대로 in Korean means like this. 잠시 means moment. 시간, time. 잠시 시간, moment in time, this instant, just like a specific time frame is being emphasized here using 잠시 and 시간 together. Then we have 멈췄으면, which is a combination of 멈췄다, which is a past tense version of 멈추다, which means to stop or to halt. And then we add 으면 to it to connect it to 좋겠다, which gives this entire sentence a meaning of I hope or I wish. Verb plus 으면 좋겠다 means I hope or I wish for whatever the verb is. And if we translate it directly, a verb 으면 좋겠다 means if 면, this verb happens, 좋겠다, it would be great. It would be great if the time would stop in this case. So this entire sentence, 이대로 잠시 시간이 멈췄으면 좋겠다, means I wish the time would just stop like this. But then the sentence is not over. The next line is actually a continuation of this entire sentence, and it goes like 생각이 자꾸 드네요. 자꾸 means repeatedly or continuously, constantly. And then 생각이 드네요 is a phrase, it's a set phrase, and it means to have a thought, to realize, to feel like, just kind of thoughts just come to you. So this whole huge sentence means I keep thinking or I'm realizing that I wish the time would stop at this specific instance. It's kind of a really nice lyric. And the last line, can you feel me burning up? Pretty straightforward for all of us English speakers. So this is actually the end of this whole lyric. We got through pretty quickly, and overall it means your stroking or caressing touch is so sweet. How come I never get tired of you? Oh na na na. I keep thinking, I wish the time would stop at this moment. Can you feel me burning up? This felt like it went by pretty fast. Hopefully this was fun for you. Hopefully you learned something new. If you do have any questions though, do leave them in the comment section together with the name of the song if you figured it out. Otherwise, this is the end of today's episode. If there are any songs that you would like me to break down next, do leave them in the comments. The comment section is all yours. And with that said, I hope you're all having a wonderful weekend and looking forward to the next week. You're all staying happy and healthy, and I'll see you all next week. Bye! 안녕!